Hello.
Hello,
Welcome back to Wild Wiles Sports.
the August edition.
We're,
Not that we're just monthly. We're just surprise you. We're just
yeah, no set
whenever.
schedule.
We're when it works.
Yeah.
We're fly by the seat of our pants.
But we're here to bring you all the news that's been happening in the WNBA. Some big stuff going on right now. The other day, Paige Beckers with the Dallas Wings just dropped 44 points.
Paige. Paige.
Let's
Paige.
somebody
Rookie of
else
the year,
score.
Paige. Is
Yeah,
Paige rookie of the year?
100%.
Yeah. Shocking. So when somebody scores that many points, we've seen this happen. It generally doesn't go well for the team.
Yeah, the Dallas Wings did not win that game. They
No.
lost by one to the Los Angeles Sparks, and this loss actually eliminated them from playoff contention. So great game for Paige, bad game for the Wings.
She just literally does whatever is needed.
Mm-hmm.
And so she, now that the franchise has depleted everyone from the whole team, has decided, I guess I just have to do everything and I won't miss any shots. So she went 17 for 21. I'll have a ton of assists and a bunch of rebounds and some steals and a complete game. But it's just not enough in this league. We got to have more than one player.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Tough
sad.
loss.
Very sad.
Speaking of tough losses, we know what that's like as
Um,
Lynx fans.
it's really difficult. And that's the thing about going all in on a team, and wearing their gear and watching almost every game they play. When they lose, it just it's
It's heartbreaking.
it's heartbreaking. It is a gut punch.
Yeah, they've lost two in a row now. Um,
Yeah.
They lost 73 to 75 to the Dream, and then they also lost to the New York Liberty. What happened? What happened, Mom?
What happened? Well, last night, what happened was, I would say, the first half.
Yeah.
The first half had the Lynx had 14 turnovers. I mean, they go entire games. They are one of the most efficient. They are the most efficient team in the league. They don't do this. I can only imagine Cheryl was probably losing it in the locker room at
Yeah,
halftime.
they only averaged 13 a game, and they had
Yeah.
14 in one half.
Holy cow. And then we look at the points off turnovers, and in the first half where the Lynx were, I think, down by 2 or something, the Dream had scored about 16 points off turnovers. So had the Lynx had their normal credit Atlanta defense, and I also saw a lot of unforced turnovers. Had they not had that lapse in the second quarter, I think that we'd be looking at a different outcome.
For sure.
Alicia Gray was incredible. There's quite a few players on the Atlanta team. I feel like they're a team to watch.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
I've heard folks say that they think they're going to be, the sleeper, and that could be.
Hmm.
I, I, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still having hard time, but see, what you have to do in this league is turn around and get ready to play again immediately. So they got the fever tonight.
Hmm.
So we'll see if the Lynx can stop this streak. They do have,
Bounce back.
they got to bounce back. And apparently, I was listening to another podcast, Fud Around and Find Out. Cheryl is like an amazing motivational speaker.
Mm.
She gets those players like ready to run through a wall. So I'm hoping that she'll be able to, you know, get them back on track. But this has been the Lynx without their star player,
True.
without Nafisha Collier. And now I
Mhm.
understand like the Liberty, they're without Brianna Stewart. Everybody's dealing with injuries at different times, but I just can't wait till we get feedback and we're
Yeah.
full power.
Ain't
And
no stopping the Lynx.
ain't no stopping the Lynx. And they're still quite, they're still like 3 games, 4 games ahead of everybody else in the league. So, it's not bad.
Yeah,
It's
the
not all
playoff
bad.
race is definitely something to watch. Not for our Lynx; they've already clinched a spot, but everyone else trying to fight for their spots. 3 teams have already been eliminated. Like we said, the Dallas Wings, the Connecticut Sun, and the Chicago Sky have all been eliminated from playoff contention. But what I
Mhm.
find really interesting is that in spots 6 through 10 in the standings, so that's Indiana, Golden State, Seattle, LA, and Washington, they are all separated by 3 games or less, which is
Ooh.
crazy. And only 3 of those 5 teams can make it.
Yeah. Well, and even with the 3 teams that are eliminated, the Sky last night proved that, they got Angel Reese back,
Mm-hmm.
and they knocked off the Liberty. So it's, I feel like it's the Lynx and then everybody else. But that's because I'm a fan. If I'm looking at this objectively, then I feel like there's so much parity across the league. With the exception of the Dallas Wings, anybody can beat anybody.
To beat people,
Well, how many people? Let's see. Overall,
9.
9
Didn't they
and
beat the Liberty
27.
once?
They might have. I
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
they did.
Okay. All right.
Don't. Let's chill a little bit on the Wings.
All right. Well, I'm just frustrated. Well, actually, I'm thrilled with them since they traded away Dejanay Carrington to
Yeah,
the #1 team in the league that just made them even more deadly. Go ahead, Wings. Keep imploding.
yeah. Okay, so obviously we have been to a couple Lynx games because, as you can tell, we are fans. We've been to a couple other games too, and so what we thought we'd do today is rank the WNBA experiences
Wonderful.
by arenas, and this is us.
That's us.
Hmm.
There we go.
Okay,
All
so
right.
for context, we have not been to every arena, although we'd love to. Um,
It's a good goal. It's always
it's a
good to
great
have
goal.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah. So we together have been to Michelob Ultra in Vegas. I struggle with that because I'm 20, so I don't know how to say it. Um, we've been to the Barclays Center in New York, and we've been to the Target Center.
2 weeks ago.
Yes. And then I've also been to Gamebridge in Indianapolis. I have not been to where the Chicago Sky usually play, but I went to their game at the United Center. And I've been to Phoenix, but I went for All Star Weekend, so that doesn't count. That was too awesome of an atmosphere.
I bet. That
Okay,
was incredible.
so out of where we've been, Mom, where is your #1?
Well, as you can tell by my background, I don't know if you can tell. Yes. Okay, that is the Liberty. So I'm doing a costume change. Okay. The Liberty have a fantastic setup.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, this was a noon game, I think, or 12:30 or something like
Mhm.
that. And you can get in 90 minutes ahead of time, and people are lined up all over the sidewalk waiting to get in. You take the subway and can just step right up onto the entryway to Barclays. They have massive pictures of all of the players, like 10 feet tall. They have a DJ spinning records while you just stand there and wait. They got people that dance. Then you go into the Barclays Center, and it's just all dedicated to famous people who have been, not famous people, major players that have
Mhm.
been part of the Liberty. They have far and away the best mascot. Ellie has attitude. She has swagger. She is a diva. She is the Beyonce of, I mean, no other mascot even comes close. She basically has security as she's walking around. I mean, people are just in
Yeah.
love with Ellie, and she's got her nails done. She does multiple costume changes. She is a fabulous dancer. the whole place is just electric, and we had such a good time there. So
Yeah.
Liberty, you've got a fabulous environment to play in. Those fans are knowledgeable. Remember, we were walking around in all of our Lynx gear, and this guy comes up and he gives you player cards.
Yeah, trading cards. Yeah.
Yeah. It just has a conversation about how, he likes to share these things with other big fans and loves that we were there. I mean, so even though you were the villain, um, I was a villain, but I wasn't as loud as you in your commitment to the being the villain.
Hmm.
Um, it was still a really welcoming place to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I also put Barclays as my number one. It's just a crazy atmosphere, crazy environment, and it was really fun to root for the opposing team very loudly. And my favorite thing to say was when the Lynx were going on a run, like in the third or fourth quarter, when Sandy Rondello calls a timeout, and I yell, "Talk it over!" That was my favorite part. I
And
got
everybody turns around and
yeah, I
looks
got
at
some sad
you.
eyes, and I was
A
wearing
lot
my
of eye
jersey for
rolls,
the
like, oh, good grief.
yeah for the I got on the big screen, and I was showing my feed jersey. So that was a lot of fun. There was a lot of stars popping out. Some people from Severance, Scandal. My personal favorite were some actors from The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah,
And
you lost it.
I got really excited, but let's just lay this out there. This podcast is Team Conrad. 100%. There's no doubt
100%.
about it. We won't debate about it. Like, this is the way, the truth. No, we are Team Conrad 100%. So, yeah, I put Barclays as my number one. Kind of a close second, but my second place would be Gamebridge in Indianapolis. I went last year. They weren't winning a whole lot yet, but they beat Chicago on their home court, which was a crazy atmosphere, great environment. They got a nice basketball court like outside the arena and everything. So that was a close second for me.
That's very cool. I guess second for me, it's hard to say. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is tied really between Minneapolis and the Aces. I admire fan dedication and support, and so both places have that to the max.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell when they have their little traditions, whether it's, everybody knows in Vegas that if the opposing team misses two free throws, then you get a piece of pizza. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they are so excited about that. And in Minneapolis, everybody knows we're going to do the electric slide when the Lynx win the game, which they normally do. So I'm going with the Lynx for those reasons. And then Aces is basically tied. We were there for a game with the Fever when the Caitlin Clark entry into the league was brand new. It was May of
Yeah.
the first season that she played. So the excitement was, and she was meeting up against Kate Martin when Kate Martin played with the Aces, and Lisa Bluter was there. So I mean, the
Yeah.
experience was top notch. So if I was talking about experiences that we've had, it'd be Liberty and then Aces, but they would be very, very close. But if we're talking about just arenas, then because we can't talk about experiences at Minneapolis because I've had one that was really not good. And then it's Liberty, Lynx, Aces for me.
Yeah, I put the Aces ahead of the Lynx. Um, but it is close, like you're saying. I love Target Center, love going there, but I really love going to the Aces game. It's part of the like hotel and casino resort place, which I think is super cool. And then there are less seats. There's only about 12,000 seats, but they're all so close together. You feel like you're just like on top of each other, and it's just it makes the environment very loud. And so I really
So
liked it. I liked it a lot. But again, our goal is to make it to all of them so we can give a complete list later on.
what I hear players say on other podcasts is that the most exciting, the loudest place to play It's the Valkyries.
Yes, I want to go there so bad.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Okay. Speaking of upcoming, the Valkyries do play tonight, so do a couple of the other teams we've talked about. So there's 3 games tonight, and we're gonna tell you who's playing and who we think will win.
Okay.
So we got the Lynx and the Fever.
It's gonna be the Lynx. They're gonna bounce back from this 2-game skid and right this ship because
Yep.
they're not at their best right now. You know, when they lost to the Liberty, that was after playing them, twice in a row before that. That's the 4th time playing this year. Weird scheduling, but whatever. I felt like I was watching playoffs, like but only the Lynx
Right,
and
like
the Liberty are doing
yeah,
this right now. I don't get it. But so that was okay. Last night was really tough. But I think that we'll see a revived Lynx team tonight
I
and a
agree.
Fever loss.
Yeah. The Fever, it's just unfortunate all that's happened this year. Caitlin Clark's still not playing. Ari McDonald is out. Sydney Colson is out. Sophie Cunningham is out. I just don't. I see this as a team that can make the playoffs, but I do not see them as a contender at all. And so then to not be a team that is probably contending to go up against the number 1 team in the league is probably not going to be your night.
No.
But it could be wrong. Okay. The Seattle Storm are playing the Dallas Wings.
Okay. Next.
Yeah, I think no, the Wings have beat the Storm before, but I
Mhm.
do think the Storm are going to be able to handle this pretty easily. They're still fighting for a spot in the playoffs, so
Where is it? Is it at Seattle or is it uh
might be in Dallas. I'm not sure,
I'm not either. Friday.
but
Well, I'm just wondering if there's gonna be Seattle Storm at Dallas Wings.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, it's in Arlington,
yeah,
College Park Center, Arlington. Yeah, still. I just really wanted to see if we'd get to look at the Sue Bird statue outside.
yeah. That's
Which, by the way, that happened, and the Diana Taurasi documentary dropped 3 episodes. Incredible. She
mm-hmm.
is the greatest player.
Yeah,
I said that on a prior podcast, and I stand by it even stronger and firmer. There is no debate. Okay.
mm-hmm. But you're saying that with a Lynx shirt on? You're not going to give a nod to Maya Moore?
I guess so. But no, I'm
No,
not.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I just
Okay.
we
I
gotta
mean, I
be
don't want to take
honest about
anything from
that
Maya
stuff.
Moore,
Just
but no.
she didn't play um, long enough, in my opinion, to be the GOAT. But we got some comments about that. Thought we would address it. The last game tonight is the Golden State Valkyries versus Phoenix.
I'm going with the Valkyries tonight. Now it's in Phoenix, so they've got the X factor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the way things have been going for the Valkyries and the run that they've made here recently, I'm feeling pretty good about them.
The Valkyries are probably my second favorite team in the league, and I really, really hope they win. But Phoenix is a good team, and the Valkyries are better at home. So
Mhm.
I hope the Valkyries win, but I think Phoenix will take this.
Well, let's see. Their previous matchups, Mercury won by 7 on August 19th. And on July 14th, the Phoenix won by 1 point.
Ooh,
And back in June, the Phoenix Mercury won by 12 or 13 points. So that would be the 4th
that'd
time.
be a lot. That'd be a lot to beat
That'd
them.
be a
Sure.
lot. So I'm sticking with my Valkyries are gonna finally pull it off tonight.
I hope so.
Hope so.
Okay, guys, make sure you tune into those games and the rest of the games. And thank
It's
you for
so fun.
watching.
It's so
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun. We appreciate you watching Wild Wiles Sports.
Bye-bye.